In this video, we'll do a quick walkthrough of an embryology lab so you can get a sense of the instruments and equipment that are normally used. So first we'll start in the andrology portion of the lab. This is where semen is processed before insemination. So right away you can see a microscope. This is where sperm are counted. Behind here you can see micropipettes. These are used for moving around small volumes of liquid. And this large structure here where you sit down and you could do your work in here, this provides a clean surface to do the work. All right, so we'll just be spinning around here. And we see a centrifuge right there. So the centrifuge is used to spin samples at a high speed. This helps process the semen. All right, so now we're moving into the embryology lab. All right, and to the left here we can see the MIRI. So this is a incubator that's used to culture embryos. So you take your dish, which contains a little bit of liquid with your embryos, and then you put it inside this incubator here, and this keeps it at a certain temperature and a certain amount of CO2 to provide a good environment for the embryos to grow. All right, now we're moving along. We could see there's one larger incubator here, and there's another one right next to it. These are both used to prepare dishes for the embryos to be put inside of. So here you can see a computer with a picture of an embryo, as well as a printer that prints off photos for patients who want a picture of their embryo. And here is one of the bigger microscopes where micromanipulation takes place. So it's equipped with a micromanipulator. So these two tools here, they're essentially joysticks that you can use to make small movements that you can use to perform ICSI. So you can inject a single sperm into an egg, or you can perform a embryo biopsy using the micromanipulator. Okay, and here we can see another tissue culture hood. This one's used more for culturing, for working with embryos or eggs. In the back here you see a panel to adjust the temperature of the heated surface. This lets you work with the eggs or embryos and dishes on the surface of this tissue culture hood so they stay nice and warm. Here's a electronic witnessing system. So the plates with the embryos can be scanned so we know that the embryos are getting transferred to the right person. Here's another microscope. And here we can see there, the light was just turned on, but you see this instrument right here. This is called a stripper. And what you can do with this, it has a long tube attached to the end, and you can move around embryos with this tool here. So that's very handy for the embryology lab and for the embryologist. All right, so there's a good look at the hood overall and of the rest of the lab. So I hope you found that helpful.